Hi, I'm Joe, this is Busby Bakes. In our last video we learnt to make a basic white bread dough, and in this one we're going to shape it. Okay, so it's been about an hour, our dough's proofed, so we're ready to shape it. As you can see, the dough's touched the plate, that's a good sign. Just pull that off, rescue that little bit. So a little bit of flour on the worktop. And now we want to get our dough out in one go without tearing it too much. Just release it from the bowl with the dough scraper. There we go. I'm going to divide this up. We'll make one tin loaf, one free-form loaf, and about 4 bread rolls. So if we just shape it into a cylinder so we can divide it easily, we'll take just under half of it for the tin loaf. Then we'll divide off some chunks for bread rolls, about 80 or 90 grams each. Got the scales here. That's 90. That's a bit low. So you can just take an extra chunk and stick it on. That's 90. And under again. That's 90. I'll get this one spot on. There we go, 90. Okay, so we'll use that for the freeform loaf. Scrape off any dough from there. Those are our bread rolls. And this is the tin loaf. So look for the smooth side with the flour on. Put that down on the worktop. Stretch it out into a rectangle. Then fold the 2 sides in. Squeeze out a bit of the air. I don't knock it back. And then fold your 2 corners. And then the middle in. And then we're just rolling it and tucking it in on itself. Stretching the dough, building up strength. In fact, we've got it slightly too tight there because it's just starting to split across the top, but that'll be fine. Once it's proved up, it'll bake up nicely. Squeeze that down into the tin. You just want to make sure there's no air trapped under the dough, otherwise you're going to get pockets in the side of the loaf. So the free-form loaf, again, a little bit of flour, stretch it out, and then this time we're just basically pulling the dough over itself into the middle, and that's just going to keep building up a nice smooth outer layer on the loaf. So over, over. You can feel it getting tighter and tighter as you do it. That's about there. Turn it over and then just use the edges of your hand just to keep tucking that in and under. There we go. So now we've got a nice round shape, smooth, and that one can go on a baking tray to prove. And then the bread rolls, again, just flatten it out a bit, then using your thumb or your finger, again, you're just pulling it over the top, sticking it down into the middle. Again, keep going around till it feels tight. Flip it over, and then you can either shape it like that, but it's a bit small and fiddly. So if you make a sort of claw with your hand and put it over the top, and then just rotate it, trying to get the tips of your fingers tucking under the dough, it'll shape it into a nice round. I just give it a little squeeze, just so my buns are kind of flat rather than big cricket ball shaped things. That one, let's do another one. 1, 2, 3. Flip it over, bit of flour, claw, and squeeze. There we go, flip it it over again. Flour, floor. Squeeze. So you're nice and round. All the seams underneath. And the last one. There we go. Little squeeze. Again, nice round shape. And that's it. So we've got our tin loaf, our free-form loaf and our floor bread rolls. I put them on a baking tray kind of maybe half an inch apart, so when they prove up they're just touching and they'll bake together and then you can tear them apart. This one, same thing, on a baking tray. Let that prove for about half an hour, then before you bake it I would give that a nice slash across the top just to encourage it to split in the right place, otherwise you might find it popping from the side. You know, you want a nice meat in on top. And like I say, with my tin loaves, I don't score them, I just like that nice round top. So that I let that prove and that just goes straight in the oven. So if you found that video helpful, hit the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe. I'm going to be posting more videos, tips and tutorials. And in the meantime, get baking.